here's our question. I'm going to read it and you look at your paper. Explain whether the author's argument is strong or weak. Support with text evidence. When I'm thinking about my question, I want to make sure I'm going to box any key information. So let me box key information. Well, it says key information is any information that tells me what I'm supposed to do and what I'm looking at, or what I'm looking for, or what I need to answer. So, my question, the most important, explain whether the author's argument. That's telling me what I'm going to explain. It's important. I'm going to box it up.
So we're going to box it up too?
Okay. If I'm boxing, you're boxing. Okay. Explain whether the author's argument is strong or weak. That's important. I'm gonna box that. It's telling me what I'm explaining, so that is key information. It's important. We're going to box it. Support with text evidence. That's also important. Text evidence. That's telling me some more things that I need to do to fully answer this question. So I'm going to box it. So now I have identified the key information in my question to help me better understand what I'm going to do. Okay? Now, as I'm thinking about it, I'm like, okay, author's argument, I know. I've heard of author's argument. We learned that when we talked about persuasive text. And for an argument, I know that you have to have, I'm going to draw a line, you're drawing one too. You have to have a claim. And you have to have support, so I'm going to write support. And I remember we learned like there's different types of support. The only one I can really remember learning is the one about statistics. And facts. That's pretty much the only one that those are the ones I can remember that I've learned. Then it says strong or weak. I understand strong or weak. That goes with my support. So I remember that. And support with text evidence, my teacher always tells me, what's your support? What's your text evidence? So I know my teacher always tells me to prove my answers with text. Okay, I'm going to step out. What type of connections have I made so far with the questions? And if you can't remember, they're right here. What type of connections have I made to help me better understand the question so far? Right here.
With text evidence, you made a text to self?
I did. I made a text to self. I said, oh, my teacher. That's something I've experienced. My teacher tells me all the time. Right here.
Text to text.
Text to text. What part was text to text? Okay, Arzo, help him out. Text and learning, high five. Text and learning. What were my text and learning connections? Anybody can say it. Where were my text and learning connections?
The claim.
Who said claim? Good. My claim, because I talked about argument. My teacher has told me that to have an argument, you have to have claim, you have to have support, and different types of support. There's my text and learning connection. So when I think about my thinking process for answering questions, can I restate the question? Do I understand it? Let me try it. I better understand what I'm looking for now. So I need to explain, that means whether, I need to give a choice. Whether the author's argument is strong or weak. So basically, I'm going to see whether I want to find out whether the author's argument is strong or weak. And I'm going to look for the claim to figure that out. And I remember I got to look for the support to figure it out. So do I better understand the question? Yes. All by thinking about connections of what I learned or with myself. Yes? Okay, good. Now, when you are answering other questions for the rest of the day with Ms. Smith, I want you to make sure